Hey everyone, welcome to the Efficiency Committee. I'm Donovan.
I'm Alejandro.
And you're joining us for a exhibition game between Grant and myself, doing some draft action. Grant and I didn't get to play in the actual draft tournament, so later that week we decided to pull our draft decks out and see how they did against each other. I did take second place in the draft under Sam Sweet, and Grant got third, so this should be a pretty good match. Both our decks turned out pretty good.
So good.
It was a good turnout. I mean, I was happy with the turnout we saw for it. We weren't really sure how draft was going to really catch on, with Netrunner, and we had a good turnout that day at the store.
Yeah. I'm quite interested to see how far it goes. I mean, with the actual cost behind getting the draft packs and doing them, I'm kind of interested to see how often we'll do these draft tournaments. Probably every other month or so.
Yeah.
But starting off, I just see an Enigma. Grant gets a bunch of money, which is very uncommon for a draft corp to have. I mean, he got to install Ice twice and Hedge Fund, which is more of a constructed first turn for corp, not a draft turn.
Ouch! Resin the wall of thorns.
Yep. I really wish it didn't happen, but I'm okay with it. I lose, Ninja, which I have Fem in there, and then I lose my Surge, which honestly is probably one of the weaker cards in my deck. I thought they'd get more work. My rare that I pulled was Data Sucker, so I figured I'd have some use out of the Surges with that, and then Crypsis.
Yeah, I do know that for those of you who watched the draft video, I wasn't actually partaking in it. I was the one running Grant the cards back and forth in the middle of his draft picks. But I think Grant got a lot of good economy. I mean, he was real excited to see that hostile takeover. That was like I'm going to take this card.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he likes it a lot.
And now he's got the 7 credits from that, the 5 credits from that, plus his marked accounts working for him.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to have enough money pretty much all game to trash that marked accounts.
Yeah,
it's just not going to happen.
That 5 trash cost is pretty crazy.
Yep. Which is why they give you the pad campaigns too.
Yeah. And so that stays on there the entire game, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does.
It's a big investment to go run it and trash it.
Yeah, no, and I don't really have the money to. I think this is the only thing I do trash, because, if he's got a Sand, I'm going to assume that he drafted some 3-for-2s, and that I don't want him to be able to turn it on, because he can turn it on right now and score if he has something in hand, so I'll spend 4 in a bad pub, which is everything, but I got to do it.
And just so you know, for those of you who are not familiar with draft, this is only the Genesis cycle of cards. So no Jackson Howard to bring those Sand back. No interns. It's in the trash unless he pulls an archive memories to bring it back into his hand. But yeah,
that's about the best thing he could do.
Jackson Howard is not in this format to save the core players.
Yep. So get my Crypsis out for a relatively cheap amount, which is good for me.
Really, Crypsis, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the pack default, and I didn't really pull a bunch of breakers. I think I have a Morningstar, I have a Fem. I had to have a Peacock because that's all we ever saw.
Morningstar would have been good in this format just because I think the only would have been Hadrian's Wall would have been the only problem.
That's the only one that it can't break.
So Grant already making the server here. 2
Ice
deep.
He plays his draft deck kind of like he plays his old Wayland deck.
His Glacier deck?
His Glacier deck. He's going to have good ice that I'm not going to have a chance to get through.
He's going to make that Crypsis really work.
Yep. So I'm just going to draw into what I have. Didn't really see much good.
You just kind of resign yourself to let him score whatever that is this time.
Yep, you got to.
Oh, there's Data Sucker.
Yeah, and I dropped the Fem on purpose because I do run 2 test runs and Deja Vu. So my kind of ace up the sleeve was to do a test run for Femme Fatale and then do a Maker's Eye and try to get points that way and then just dump her again. And
yeah, the Maker's Eye is I think pretty good in this format especially. Yeah. I know Grant was able to grab one of them for his runner decks.
Yep. It definitely pays off because I mean you're looking at 1/10 of the runner's deck or the corpse deck with just one, so it's super important. Here I do actually get some use out of Surge. It saves me some clicks to get up to the 2 I need. Plus I'll have 1 still laying around if I can get through.
Oh wow!
Yep.
Ichi 1.0. That's
running on 4.
Yeah, it's gonna be expensive.
Yep. But I'll go bankrupt. Get a little more information, so at least now I know I had to run on 1 to get to that server. Because I definitely don't want him trashing Crypsis. I've already put, a bunch of money into getting it out there, so can't let him go now.
So you're continuing.
Oh, I do. Sure. was feeling
little wall static.
Little crazy today.
I don't think you can break here.
No, I got 2 credits. But he wasted some money.
He did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah. But he'll gain it all back from the pad and the marked account, so he'll score this one here. Yep, private security force.
Yep.
Don't want to take any tags.
No, not at all.
So at this point, I think I got to start hitting HQ. R&D is way too expensive right now to even consider. So I can either gain money or check HQ when I can, get ready for him to drop his next agenda in that server. Because if I can run on 1, it's only to cost me 4 credits. So
Were you able to draft a Yogg?
Not terrible. No, I did not see the Yogg. I don't. Is it in the draft pack?
Should be.
Should be? Okay.
Yeah, that's one of the ones that should be in there.
No.
I know I don't think a Count Siphon is in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know someone got a
Desperado.
Crowder, someone else got a Gordian. I got stuck with Morningstar and Peacock. So
it's a little bit of a shame because that Enigma, even though it's not too terribly strong, it's going to tax the hell out of Crypsis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna make Crypsis work.
Yeah, but I'm pretty happy that I got the bad pub, so it's only costing.
Yeah, so it'll help you out a little bit. Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
Yeah, a little bit.
He looks like he's going to try to push another one through.
Yeah, and he's sitting at 3 points. In my thought process right now is it wasn't worth running because I still don't really have enough, and I kind of feel like when he put it down there that he knew I could get through if I ran on 1. So I'm gonna let him score it. He'll be at 5. I'm still at no points, but really I'm just kind of building up and getting ready for me to kind of lock it up where he won't be able to score anything.
Yeah.
Because I already got rid of the Sand, so I don't think he's gonna be able to fast advance anything out. So I want a lot of, kind of utility cards like this to make my breakers a little less
that will
expensive.
help. I like Cyberfear quite a bit.
Yeah, I think I run 2 or 3.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Definitely like having the Data Sucker, the Desperado. Super good.
So was Surge helping you out in your draft games on the tournament?
No, it's like I said, it's probably the weakest card I actually drafted.
So we noticed, I'll interrupt you, but Grant trashed that card and put another one down, so I'm assuming it was a trap.
Yeah, I'm going to assume so.
Try to get you to go on it, but you didn't bite.
Yep. Grant definitely likes to install advance, so
Which is
I know
interesting
this one
because if this was Gabriel, you might have bid on it.
Oh, yeah. No, game all day, I'll bite on it, but I'm not ready to really eat any damage here in draft. I'm going to play a little more cautious. I say that as I check face check a wall of thorns on turn 2, right?
I can't remember if Grant drafted a Junebug. I can't remember. I want to say he did, but I don't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah. Actually, looking back, what I think it was a Edge of World.
It was Edge of World he drafted, yeah. That would have been decent.
Would have been decent. Yeah, I wouldn't have been happy. But I can definitely get in now. And I'll take whatever that was. Yeah, Corp War. So he's looking to slow score that one and get 14 credits.
Yeah.
So I feel pretty good. I mean, I got 2 credits. He has 4, so he's not at a huge advantage over me right now.
So you ran an Archives, I'm assuming? It looks like you ran an Archives?
Yeah, just I think get some Data Sucker tokens.
He didn't reveal the card face down in Archives, which would have been a little bit of information for you. It looks like it was just you ran and then he forgot to reveal it.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm assuming it's a snare. That's what I'm thinking it is.
Yeah, maybe a snare. So, draft is definitely a different kind of game. Usually the Corp is really fast. I mean, for them to score 3 points this early in the game and constructed would be really hard, especially for a deck like this. But, in the draft it goes really quick.
It's a little bit like old school Netrunner, just like how it was back in the core set days.
Yeah, I definitely like that fact about it.
Yeah.
No one's at a real advantage here.
No, they're not. And depending on what you get each round of your draft, you can kind of set up your strategy however you want. Like you went after the test run Femme Fatale combo, which I remember watching you play actually helped you out quite a bit.
A couple times.
You had 2 test runs in a Femme. Yeah, you were able to pull that. Yeah.
Get into anything I needed to.
It's a shame Scavenge wasn't available.
Yeah, that'd be a little ridiculous though. Now what sucks here is how Grant went from like 4 credits all the way up to what he's at now just because he's got that pad campaign in the marked.
And those of you who can't actually hear, what Donovan just said on the tape was, "Wow, Enigma's so bad for Crypsis," and it really is. Like we were just saying a minute ago, it's not that expensive, but for Crypsis, yes, a click for a token. It's 2 credits for strength, and then 2 serpentines. That's 4. I mean, that's expensive for crypts. Even if you have a cyber feeder out and you've got a bad pub, so it may not be so bad now. But early on, yeah, that's gonna eat up your money.
I don't think I realized for a little while, but if you look right now with the bad pub, the data sucker, and the cyber feeder, I can get in for 1.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You can.
I think I forget about that because I really should have been checking. I think I'll check here.
You run archives again, and we still don't reveal the card in archives.
I don't get to know, man. Grant's a tough opponent.
I'm gonna ping Plink Grant for that right there. Not showing you what it was.
No, he won't.
It was a shock. Just kidding. No, it's not. So it hit in the hand.
Yeah, this is where I realized it's pretty cheap to get in.
Chimera.
It's useless right now to him.
We were talking about that though, and when he was drafting it, I think it's not bad in this format. Maybe, I mean, then again, I didn't really play, so I really had no place.
It depends on what you're looking at, but it would not be in my top cards. I think in most cases.
I think we did agree though that Well Static was a champ in this particular format. Like,
yeah, he drafted like 2 of them,
yeah.
2 or 3, didn't he?
Yeah,
he was like taking them first.
We were talking about that, and you know, we're like, this is going to be Well Static's to be a major player in this format.
Yeah.
So I'm curious what he installed under this advanceable card. I can't remember off the top of my head what it is. It may just be a. Oh no, I don't know. I don't remember what he pulled.
Well, I mean, I gotta assume it's an agenda. I have to go for it. I can't let it go through because he double advanced, which makes me think that it's going to be a 5 for 3, and I'm sitting on like 7 or 8 credits.
Yeah.
So I have to go early, which I don't really have anything that will let me go early.
You have any stim hacks?
No stim hacks. I didn't see anything like that in there. But you'll see I have 2 test runs. I have a Deja Vu, and I know that the Fem's in trash.
There's a test run play.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the Fem, try to get through using clicks. I think because I run on 3, I think. I think I leave myself at least 1 click to make the Itchy cheaper.
You do have 2 sucker tokens, so you can bring the Ichi down to strength and just use your subroutines to break.
Yeah. Oh no, that's right. I have to use my clicks to load up Crypsis, otherwise he's going to blow up, and I can't have that right now. So I have to use all my clicks really to get set up. So I'm going to have to run on 4.
Yeah.
And thankfully I'm not flipping any of my click trackers, so you guys unfortunately don't know exactly where we're at.
So as of this right now, you're still on.
Yeah,
you're either on 1 or you're on.
Going
on 4.
Yeah, I'm running on 4.
Ouch.
Yeah, Burroughs is pretty bad. I really wish I would have put the Fem token on that because it would have cost 2 rather than costing Crypsis 6.
Yeah, because if not, those traces fire at 4 each.
Yeah,
that's pretty bad, especially against the neutral runner with no link at all.
Yep. So, I mean, it's not good. I don't think I'm gonna have enough because I mean, if you look at my credit pool, that's gonna pretty much bankrupt me by itself.
Yeah.
I got a little bit of help from 2 data sucker tokens and the 1 cyber feeder. But I think overall I probably have about 10, 11 credits worth of breaking power. So I actually let the trace his fire because I can't afford it otherwise. I think I'm still going to be a credit short because he's going to boost the trace, so I can't let the end of the run happen. Mm-hmm. And he's got 3, so he's going to bump it by 2, which I believe brings it to 6.
The thing is, too, he's going to get 2 credits on his next turn when his turn begins from marked accounts and pad campaign. So if that is a 5-3, he's going to score it.
Yeah. Yep. So I succumbed to that. I don't have enough money. I was literally a credit short if we did the math.
So there he goes, getting the money, getting his turn.
Yeah, that's the thing is he could spend 2 because he's going to get it right back, triple advance, and it's game.
And that's game, yeah.
Didn't get to put up much of a fight. Fem kind of let me down. Like I said, I was about a credit short, but that's what'll happen. And that would have been nice for me because I would have been at 5. But
yeah, that was a decent little server he had right there.
Pretty good server, pretty good, and he had plenty of money to res it. So that was game 1. We'll bring you game 2 coverage. Just check the description below and check us out.
Bye.
Bye.